Welcome back to On the Branch.
Welcome back.
Alright. Hey, my purple went away.
Your purple went away.
Yeah.
What was your purple? Anyway, so we left off in between episodes. Does this actually do anything?
Oh, shit. Cracker craps.
It's just a body, like... How are we supposed to fight this guy? We don't have a weapon.
That's okay.
Do we just do nothing?
Actually, I think one of these items is a weapon.
No, that was for restoring sanity.
Oh. Well, crap.
Huh.
I think we get a weapon up here.
Oh, maybe. Anyway. What were we talking about?
Marvel, I believe.
Marvel, right. Yeah, so we talked about, I believe it was the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how, as a majority, I did not like a lot of the characters.
Oh?
For example, Captain America to me is in kind of the same boat as Superman in a way. He's just kind of boring and dull to me. Because he's basically just a dude. He's just a dude that... Oh, we're invisible. Okay, I'm like, what the hell? That skeleton just like...
You shall pass.
Didn't give a fuck, yeah. But yeah, he as a character, he's very boring to me, and doesn't really feel like he adds anything.
Yeah.
He's just kind of, there.
He's a 1940s pretty boy.
Yeah, basically. And in that regard, there's, there's three other characters that really are also just kind of boring. Two of which that are just sort of like, I'm here. One of them being... Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that. And this is going to be a controversial one that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be flack for, but the Hulk. I don't care for the Hulk. The Hulk to me is another boring, just brick of a character. Granted, I guess the story behind it and the process and all that is interesting, but to me he's still very boring, one-dimensional character.
I think they made him extra boring, though.
Okay, why would you say that?
Because they basically made him, all of his dialogue was very wooden. It was like, I can't get mad, grr, grr, grr. Oh, I'm actually always mad.
That is a good point. But, continuing on, what is it, Hawkeye?
Hawkeye.
Is that it? Yeah.
I wish they'd gone more the comic book route with Hawkeye.
Yeah, as that is kind of the weird thing about it too. Is I've seen his stuff in crossbows.
Crossbow bolts.
Yeah.
I don't have the crossbow.
Yeah, but I mean, it tells us that we should be getting one here somewhere.
Yeah.
I have seen him in comics and things like that. It does give a very different feel, compared to like the movie.
Where he has to be made into something that he's not.
Yeah.
To be made interesting.
Yeah, essentially. So it just felt like he didn't really belong there, I guess. There you go, there's a weapon. Just a mace hanging on the thing.
Let's enchant that item.
Yeah. And then, so the other one, which you already spoiled slightly, was Black Widow. At least I think that's her name, right?
Yeah, are you sure it's not Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, the character. Which will lead into another topic, by the way.
Oh, hey, more bolts.
Yeah, there's more bolts. As a character, she doesn't really do anything, does she?
Nope.
Like, I hear the biggest, I guess, defense for her is, oh, well, she's a spy, and she seduces people and all this, and she seduced Loki or whoever it is in the first movie or whatever it was. But it's like, really? Did she really do that much? I don't know. She doesn't have any powers. She doesn't really contribute or anything. When there's a massive invasion of things. What the hell?
There's screamers. I can't hit them unless I have something ranged, but it's okay because I'm invisible. She doesn't have a huge range. Damn it, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But anyway, she doesn't really contribute all that much either. Like, when two full-scale invasion-style things are happening, have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It's literally the plot of both movies. She doesn't really do anything, does she?
Nope.
She kind of just has like a sidearm and doesn't seem to run out of ammo.
And shows off her ass.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know her. Wait. I realized her. She has to be the love interest for Hulk.
Oh, okay. So she's a plot point rather than an actual
Plot
character.
device, Mr. Frodo. Plot device.
Which this also turns into a very slippery slope of a conversation, but we might touch on it. We might just get controversial in here.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby, yeah.
I love being controversial.
Now, Scarlett Johansson as an actress, I'm fine with. I think she does a fine job, at what she does. But as many people will have... Where are you going? We're going a long way, are we?
No, well, I haven't rung the bell to talk to the guy yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope. I decided against it.
Oh.
Not,
okay.
Because I didn't want to spawn so many enemies before I had a weapon.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Anyway, yeah, as an actress, I like Scarlett Johansson. She does very well at what she does. But I guess you can only do so much given a character or position that you're playing. Mm-hmm. And in that regard, Ghost in the Shell.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure by now, for a lot of people, anybody watching this is old hat.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's classy. In a church. What? Seriously? Why would you have this in a church? That's terrible. Anyway, I actually hadn't heard much about this until recently. I'm, I suppose, a bit behind the times on that. Oh, that's also very classy. Host of Demons doing something to a dude in a BDSM table.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another time.
That's another topic. We'll do that on the branch after hours edition.
What do we do with the things on the branch?
Yeah.
Ow. Wow, wow.
Anyway.
But yeah, the whole controversy with Ghost.
Yeah, the whole Ghost in the Shell thing. About how now we know that they were attempting to use CGI to make her appear more Asian. It just, I don't know. Like, I understand both points of the. I don't know if argument is the correct word for this, but okay. So on one side, yes, it's very wrong and blasphemous almost that they're doing this instead of just hiring Asian actress. Yes,
but they're afraid because it's anime movie.
At the same time, anime movies in the West, because that's what despite anyone who's going to argue this, I will put this point at least forward. It is aimed at the West. Anime movies have a terrible record, especially live action ones. I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball, Street Fighter.
I'm looking at freaking
Mortal Kombat. Well,
Airbender.
Sorry, I was naming games, not anime. Oh yeah, Airbender's just.
To be fair, Airbender was.
Don't we need to ring the thing?
We do, but there's. I'm going back and forth.
Yeah, Airbender's an entirely separate thing. That's an entirely separate problem on its own. But anyway, so I do understand the power of star power. Of having a name, a well-known name, putting it forward and being like, I have this in my movie. That is, that can be very impactful if done right. That said, I don't think this is the proper time for that. Is he just not gonna move? Oh, it's because we're invisible.
Yep.
So he's just gonna let us beat on him.
Yep. Oh shit. Now I'm invisible.
How long do we stay invisible? Just indefinitely, or?
It's a time limited. Based on the.
I figured it was like until we attack or something.
You know what? I'm actually gonna do the smart thing. That's blue, so green.
Does purple not just do more damage? Or?
No, it's a kind of a damage all.
Yeah.
So you're better off.
Okay, so the individual ones do actually do more damage, though.
Yeah. Enchant item, cast.
Yeah.
It's green, I think.
Gotcha. So those things on the top, does that mean there's one more room?
Yeah.
Like a different color? It's like...
I actually just... I think it just is space for because.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, back to the Scarlet.
Yeah. The whole Scarlett Johansson, the anime movie thing. Yeah. He's purple now. Is he supposed to be purple? Anyway, yeah, we keep kind of dropping the topic, come back, dropping and come back. We're terribly consistent. You guys noticed, but
Yeah, sorry. It's okay. Fuck this.
It's one of those weird things that's like, there's obviously two sides of the argument. They both have valid arguments in themselves, but there's really no right way of going about it. Because like I saw one thing about that explained how for us it's just, you know, it's like a sci-fi action thriller. But in Japan it's like it's a pillar of creativity and, you know, I don't want to say culture because that's not right, but you know, just that kind of thing.
I'm missing a sapphire.
Yeah, the ruby. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's very different depending on how you look at it from what side.
I still think it's kind of bullcrap though that they have to CGI make her Asian. I think that's.
But yeah. I
mean,
think that's absolutely dumb because that's them realizing that they fucked up.
Yeah.
And that they're trying to cover it. And if you look at it from that way, doing that literally negates the whole argument of the star power itself.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't look at someone like that and be like, that's Scarlett Johansson, but Asian-fied.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the fact that they're... I don't know.
See, I have a very old-style mindset on this that feels that if something's going to be good, it should be good in its own regard. It should be able to stand up, you know, on its story, its characters, its action, its, you know, anything. That it shouldn't need, basically, a hook, you know, to pull someone in. I don't know. So it's one of those just aggravating things, I guess, no matter what.
Well, especially, I really wish, because they can do things with makeup. You don't have to go CGI because you know those CGI effects are going to be even worse. It's going to make it even worse.
Well, and that is kind of a problem too, and it's something else that we talked about with what was it, Star Wars?
Yeah.
About the difference between CGI and puppetry and makeup.
Yeah.
It's very noticeable, and even if it's considered better in some regards to, you know, current standards,
it takes you out of
it
the
does.
experience.
It takes a lot of things out of the experience because you can just kind of look at something like that and instinctually know this is fake.
Yeah.
I am looking at something that in fact does not exist.
Puppet Yoda was so much more fun.
Yeah, Puppet Yoda was so much better, yes.
Oh god,
Just
speaking of puppets...
The very Jim Henson style.
Speaking of Jim Henson puppets, Hoggle from the Labyrinth, they found him recently.
Really?
Like,
I didn't know he was lost.
He is horrifying. Oh, Lord.
Like just
Editor.
By the way he's aged, or...
Find a picture of Hoggle.
All right,
find a picture of the Hoggle puppet.
Oh, God.
It's terrifying.
We're entrusting this to you, editor.
It's seriously terrifying.
And in fact, you know what? Looking at that beautiful thing on screen right now, we're gonna leave it with that, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
We're gonna pick it right back up, and we're gonna let everyone just stop and think about what they've done as they look at this.
All right, next time on the branch.
Next time on the branch, guys.